Anyway, the reason I'm here today, though, is to ask you guys this question. How many of you guys would like to make more money from your BNI membership? Is that of interest to you? Cool. How many of you guys would like to get better quality referrals from your BNI membership? Fantastic. So that's going to be my goal today, is to help you guys accomplish that, and we'll see how I do. So I've drawn on the board a funnel. This is a funnel. Let's not judge my artwork. It's a funnel, all right? And this funnel represents your weekly presentation. So how many of you guys have ever used a funnel before? Anyone ever use a funnel? Cool. What happens if you're using that funnel and you pour the stuff in the top too fast? What happens? Yeah, it overflows. Stuff kind of splatters all over, and so if you're pouring it in too fast, stuff kind of just shoots off everywhere, and you lose some of that good stuff that you're trying to put, through the funnel into the container at the bottom. So that's my first word of caution to you: is when you do your weekly presentation, don't try and put too much stuff into it. Don't tell us everything you do. Pick one thing and focus on that. So don't put too much stuff in your funnel. This funnel also has a filter on it. So what are some of the things you think we should filter out of our weekly presentation?
Sexual things.
Okay, maybe inappropriate things, for sure. I'm going to put bad things. This is a business meeting. We want to keep it professional. Very good. What else?
How you do it.
How you do your job. Yeah, very good. How you do it. What else? I'm sorry?
Anyone, someone.
Yeah, the dreaded anyone, someone, everyone. Good. A couple others that I wrote down. I've been in business since 1812. Really? 1812? You look incredible. 1812. That's amazing. I don't care if you've been in business a day, a week, a month, a year. If I know you, like you, and trust you, I'm going to give you referrals. We're a full service company. That drives me nuts. We're a full service. I have no idea what that means. That is absolutely meaningless. It's wasted words, so don't say it. We used to have a member who would tell us all the time, and my office is located right around the corner. I don't care where your office is located. If you're that good, my people will find you. I will get them to you, whether you're right around the corner or all the way down to the other end of town. My people will find you if you're that good. And my internet was someone, everyone, so very good. So I asked Angelo, actually, to be my victim volunteer today. So, Angelo, I asked you to tell us, what is it you do for a living?
I help people with insurances such as life insurance, disability, long-term care, risk assessment.
Excellent. So, he does life insurance, long-term care, and disability insurance, all right? Angelo, is there a particular industry that you like to do business with?
State employees.
Cities? Okay. So we'll put cities as our industry. Is there a particular city that you're interested in doing business with?
Twinsburg.
Twinsburg? All right, very good. And what is the title of the person in Twinsburg? What's their position, their title?
Human resources.
HR director? Okay, so HR director. So far, let me pause here. We have the industry, the company, if you will, the title or position of that person in the company. And Angela, do you happen to know the HR director for Twinsburg, Ohio?
It's Colette.
Couldn't be Sue Jones.
No.
No, it's easy. It's Colette.
K-O-L-E-T-T-E.
Okay. That rolls right off your tongue. Okay, so this is the person that Angelo is looking to meet. By a show of hands, does anyone happen to know Colette? Anyone know Colette? No one knows Colette?
Our newest member.
Oh, Ryan, you know Colette?
Well, I'm just a visitor, so unofficially, yes.
Membership meeting. Would you like
We'll have to figure out later how you unofficially know someone, but okay. So Ryan, this is great. You happen to know Colette. Could you do me a favor? Could you and Angelo talk after the meeting and see if maybe you can help him make that connection? Anyone else know Colette? Anyone else know somebody that works for the city of Twinsburg? Any city of Twinsburg employees? All right, Steve does, a couple of you guys do. Great. If you guys could do me a favor and after the meeting talk to Angelo and see if you can help him get that connection to Colette through the folks that you know. Let me ask you, show of hands, how many of you guys know somebody that works for any city? Doesn't have to be Twinsburg. Somebody that works for any city at all. A bunch of you guys do? Fantastic. Here's my request of you guys. Would you please do a one-to-one with Angelo and have him train you? And it goes both ways, obviously. You get to train him as well on finding you referrals, but have him train you on how to get him introduced to those cities to meet the HR director so we can get those referrals. Where I'm going with this is specific is terrific. That's hopefully my takeaway for you guys from this presentation. We hear a lot of commercials. I go to 3 or 4 meetings a week and I hear a lot of weekly presentations. And it is a rare pleasure when I get to hear someone saying, specifically like what Dr. Livingston did it. I want to meet this person by this name. So my directors are going around and doing this same presentation to a bunch of different chapters right now. And the feedback I'm getting is pretty cool. We're going to actually track the data that we get. Right now, if I were to guess, just from what I'm hearing from my directors so far unofficially, about 80% of the time we get a hit when we do this with the chapter. About 80% of the time we make that connection. So if you want to improve your odds by like 80% of getting a good quality referral from your weekly presentation, I'm going to encourage you guys to put your weekly presentation through the funnel. So next week, right, I would love everyone, can you imagine how many referrals you guys are going to pass in 2 weeks? If next week you guys all do the funnel presentation and you make those connections so that in 2 weeks you're actually turning in those referral slips, how powerful would that be, right? So make sure next week and run your commercial through. It took a few minutes to prepare. Angela, did it take you under or over half an hour to prepare this information for me? Under 5 minutes. Okay, that's kind of what I guessed. Under 5 minutes to get this information. Yeah, you might have to Google the person's name, but that's about it. So remember, specific is terrific. Run all your commercials through this specific formula, end up with a person's name at the end, and what you'll see coming out of the bottom of this funnel is more money from your BNI membership. With that, I would like to open it up to any questions.